Hello guys, you're welcome back again to my YouTube channel, and it's so good to see your faces again after a very long time. I can't remember when last I sat down like this to do a video separate from live videos, but it's all good, it's all fine. I'm glad to be here. So just a quick one, I ought to have brought this video long before now, but it is not late, it is not too late. And this talks about the new Canada caregiver programs, and you all know that this thing usually follows a trend. I'm glad to announce to you that the update is here, the update you've been looking for or you've been waiting for. Um, just to let you know that if you are getting this update and you want to apply for this program, except maybe you want to apply now or you want to start gathering your documents now, it's something you should have done long before now, say like about a year ago. That way, your documents are ready, prepared for the program. But if not, if you're just starting this process or this application, then you can start gathering them. I'm not saying it's not going to be possible, but there are some things you may need to, gather that may take a little while, that you may not be able to get them now, then you will now probably wait till next year. Hope you get my point. I'm not trying to complicate issues, just in simple terms. If you long ago prepared your documents for this program, then the time is here for you to apply. That is just in simple terms. And I'll just be reading what I have here as usual. You all know that this caregiver pilot program is also another good way, or one of the ways you can immigrate to Canada. Though of recent, the express entry pathway has really helped. When I say helped, the cutoff score is beginning to come down based on trend. But a good way again to relocate to Canada is via these caregiver pilot programs, especially for my friends in the UK that, oh, they do care work, and oh, how do we go about this? I believe you already know the requirements. They are just about five, majorly five, and nothing much has changed as per what is required of you. But I will definitely go over it again just in case you don't know. So if you're in the health line and you want to seize this opportunity to relocate to Canada, I mean via this Canada caregiver programs, then you are not in the wrong place. You can try it. It's going to open on the 31st of March 2025. So that is when the programs will open. And you know how it is. It's more like fastest finger. So the earlier you have your documents prepared, the earlier you apply as soon as the portal is opened. And this program is majorly in two parts. We have the home child care provider pilot and the home support worker pilots. Those are the major categories under this Canada Caregiver Pilots program. So let me quickly read what I have here. The upcoming home care worker immigration pilots will succeed the new discontinued home child care provider pilot and home support worker pilot. So this application or this program ceased last year. I think I brought the updates on this channel. It ceased last year, June 17, 2024. So if you have certificates already in this line, if you have work experience, if you've done your IELTS, remember you don't really need much CLB for this program. Then you are good to go. You should have worked at least 1 year in this line for you to be able to apply for this program. This home care worker immigration pilots expectation for this year, there's usually a quota that they get every year. Once they've gotten those number of applications, then they will close it. That's why I said it's like the fastest finger. So under the old pilots programs, the total annual application intake for 2024 was capped at 5,500 across both streams. Talking about the home child care and the support home. In case you don't know how good this pathway is, I think I should let you know that first is a clear pathway to becoming a permanent resident. Okay, so if you are looking at becoming a permanent resident in Canada, then you can seize this opportunity. Also know that it is not when you get to Canada, you work for like some years, you become a PR. No, you get PR on arrival. Just very similar to how express entry works. Okay, it's similar to how PNP works. It's not some programs that will tell you, oh, after working for a while, then you now apply for PR. No, you get PR on arrival. So with this pathway, you get flexible job opportunities. You know, we are in a world, or we are in a system where um, people fall sick, people need care, people are getting old, we need child care. So it is a very viable aspect of the industry, if it permits me to use that word, because there will always be kids to care for, there will always be elderly ones to care for, and what that means is that there will always be job in this area. It's not like some jobs that will say, oh, we don't need you, we can do without you now. But if you are in this caregiver route, there will always be job for you. Then there's also streamlined eligibility criteria. It is not very different from what you know, the criteria we've always known. So streamlined, once you just have those criteria, then you are good to go. So the first one is you doing your IELTS, not just doing it, achieving at least a CLB of 4, which is not so high. I have made a video on how to calculate your CLB. CLB is not like your aggregator. It's not when you calculate the scores you got for your listening, speaking, writing, and all. CLB is different from that. So I have a video, I'm going to tell you to this video on how to calculate your CLB. But in a nutshell, you having a CLB of 4 means you don't need so much score or aggregate to achieve this. Unlike maybe express entry, where you need to be getting maybe 8, 9, 8.5 so that your score can be high. It is not really like that with this. So that makes this application or process simpler. So the lowest, this is the lowest level of English, equivalent to 4 bands in writing, speaking, listening, like that. So the highest you should even aim at when you are considering this route is about 4.5, which is quite very low. Many people aspire to get like at least 7, 7.0, 7.5, but with 4.5 all through, then you are good to go. Then what you should also know is that you should hold the equivalent of a Canadian high school diploma, which is proven with ECA. You see this ECA, they don't joke with it here. If you are coming to Canada and you haven't done ECA, then probably you came in through maybe study routes. When I say study routes, maybe some schools will tell you it's not required. But apart from that, you will do ECA if you are coming as a skilled person or someone that is learned. You will do ECA. Even if you are not very skilled, you will do ECA. So you need to have your ECA done so that it can be measured up with the high school diploma here. Then you need to possess recent and relevant work experience. I said this at the beginning of the video. You can't say you're a caregiver if you have not worked. This one is not what you read. It's not reading on. You need to practicalize it. It's not like history where you read and you start working. This one you need to have put it in practice, because you are dealing with lives here. You are dealing with kids. You are dealing with adults. In fact, when you hear some of those things you would need to do as a caregiver, then you know it's beyond just reading. Reading about it is good. Studying it or doing trainings on it is good. But you need the work experience. Very important. And it has to be recent, because the world is changing. So you need to stay updated. Then you also need to secure a full-time job offer from a family or a Canadian family or in Canada's home care sector. Let me take that again. Secure a full-time job offer from a Canadian family or in Canada's home care sector. So this requirement is more like, I don't want to use the word hardest, is always like the most interesting part of this requirement. When some persons will say, it's not easy to get a job from a so place, it's not easy to get from in Canada, from outside of Canada, I don't have a relative here. So I really understand that aspect. And if you have a close one here, family member, it's still kind of easier, but that does not mean you should lose hope. There are several videos on how to get a caregiving job or caregiver job in Canada from outside of Canada. And agencies really work, even referrals work. And if you have a family member, maybe for example, I have a baby and I seem to be too busy, and I have someone that is interested in coming to Canada as a caregiver, I can just inform the person that, oh, then you will be taking care of my child, and I'll do the necessary paperwork. I'll let the necessary appropriate bodies know, so that it will be legal, it will be professional. So you will not, I'll be seeing you as a relative and also a worker at that time, because you are working. You are working because that was the route by which you came. I know I don't want to go deep into that, you understand, because there are still some rules about you when working with the person, how long you need to stay with your employer, there are some, but I don't want to really go into detail about that. So if you are thinking it's not going to be easy to get a relative, you can plan it. You can, in fact, they made it even flexible. Canadian Family, Canada's home sector, care sector, there are very many. There are very many. Just know the genuine ones. And if you are thinking, oh, how can I know genuine home care sector? You have your Glassdoor, you have your Reddit to double check all those things so that you avoid the scam zones. So those are the major things required. They are just like five. I told you, majorly five. So a recap, you need to have a CLB of 4 in your language test. You need to have your ECA done. You need to have your relevant and recent work experience, and you also need to secure a full-time job offer from a Canadian family or in Canada's home care sector. Okay, so I don't want to make this video too long. Just know that March 31st is gonna be opened, and I don't know the quota for this year. But I know it will not be less than 5,000 plus. So they will share it. If you want to go for the child care or the support worker pilot program, then you go for it. That will be all about this video. Like I said, just a quick update. Thanks so much for watching, and I wish you the best of luck in your application, that as soon as you apply, that is for those that are ready, it will be accepted and approved, and we'll be seeing you in Canada. Also, if you are just coming across this channel for the first time, or you are just seeing my face for the first time, you are most welcome. Please do not make it your last time. And again, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, comment, like, and share my videos. See you all in my next one. Bye.